management, or owner.
But it should.
It's time to get on the right path with Right Path Real Estate Radio with Tom Perry and Jason Bible. Get the answer to your question that's keeping you from taking action and succeeding today. Get ready. The guys that will put your fears behind you are on the air now.
All right, fellas. Hot mics and 5, 4, 3,
toll free
2,
877-881-0271. Here's Tom and Jason.
Hey, welcome to the show, Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. I'm always excited about the 3 Wednesdays a month that Jason and I get to be in the studio together. Because it's not like we haven't seen each other a lot yesterday, but
a lot of meetings yesterday.
A lot of meetings yesterday, but it's always good times when we're in the studio together. So it is a call-in show. We're also live on the Book of Faces. You can like us on Right Path Real Estate on Facebook. So if you like us there, then every time that we go live, which is Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. currently, and so if you like us there, then you can also ask us questions there, and we'll read the questions live on the air. So like Matthew Downs is watching. We're sharing the video. Valley is already in the house on the Book of Faces. So, but we also love it when people call in, 713-785-1817, 713-785-1817. I say it so fast I have to say it twice.
Yeah, it helps when you say it real fast.
Yeah.
Well,
so what do you want to talk about?
I guess we're going to talk about real estate today, huh?
Yeah. We could talk about the fact that I'm going to swap phones today, finally get rid of this soon-to-explode grenade. Yeah, my formerly known as my iPhone Note 7. Oh, excuse me, Samsung Note 7.
Yeah, Samsung Note 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's impacted their bottom line a little bit.
You think?
Taking a bunch of phones back? And,
yeah.
Yeah, kind of like how not to manage a situation, right?
Yeah, I'm so worried about them, though. Did you see that they're looking at, they've put in a bid to buy Harman?
No.
Yeah, Harman, the audio.
The audio, Harman Kardon?
Yeah, because they want access into the auto market because Harman is tied in because they do not only audio, high-end audio in higher-end cars, but they also, they're doing all the computer stuff inside of cars, and so they want access inside of that, the whole distribution and relationships that gets them into BMW, Mercedes, and so I forget how many hundreds of millions of dollars that they offered for that. It was a lot. Might have even had a B in the note. But, hundreds of millions, B's, T's. It's all just it's all digits.
Really it's funny money, right?
It's all digits.
Yeah, it's all just a couple of numbers. We don't have to balance a budget, right?
No, Valley, I'm definitely not coming over to Apple to the dark side. I actually, Samsung, because I ordered the replacement direct from Samsung, because I tried to walk into a Sprint store, and I said, hey, look, I want to get my new phone, and I'll bring my old phone in tomorrow, because I want to be able to swap, right? I mean, this
is going to be a whole show
here. I want to transfer
tell.
Stuff over, but so they said no, we can't do that because we've got to turn in the phone as soon as we give you the new phone. And so I ordered one from Samsung. It came in yesterday. I'm going to the Samsung. Whatever the Edge is, the Galaxy Edge. So it doesn't have the little pen feature, and I use the pen feature a lot. I like that on the Note. I thought about going back to a Note 5. I came from the Note 4, so that's all I'm going to say about phones, but I'm definitely not going to the Apple dark side of the iPhone. Everybody else in the office is, but they're also complaining about how it's eating battery life right now after the most recent update.
Mine seems fine. I don't know what the deal is. Well, I'll tell you a couple of good notes here, folks. We're going to put on a free class the first week of January. And once we get
a free class?
A free class.
What?
So
for the people that know, we've done a 2-day class. We charged $297. We did another 2-day class. We charged $497. Then we did a 3-day class that we charged $750. For two people, basically, because it was either husband and wife or 2 business partners. So we're going to do a free class. It's either going to be Thursday, January 5th, or Monday, January 9th. Block both of those days out of your calendar now because it's so far in advance. It's going to be one of those 2 days. But we're checking for locations. It will be in Houston. somewhere inside the Beltway. That's all we know.
Yeah.
And we're going to be inside the Beltway or close to the Beltway. Could be along the I-10 corridor, somewhere close to the Beltway.
Somewhere on the west side of town. We like the west side of town. But
it's going to be free.
It's going to be a free class. Y'all will get a preview of what our weekend retreat looks like. We get a lot of people that ask, like, hey, I want to take your class, but I kind of want to get a preview, a sneak peek, that maybe that's what we call it, sneak peek, Tuesday night or Monday night, whenever it's going to be. And y'all get to see what our class looks like, just to dip your toe in. We'll probably do a market update as well. That's the first of the year. Everyone, I'm already booking out the calendar for all of the panels that will be on doing market updates for 2017. What happened in 2016? What we think is going to happen in 2017. So you guys will get a little bit of a market update from us, and then you'll get a preview of what our class looks like. And really, it's a good place where you can see what we do and then ask us some questions. And then shortly after that, the weekend of January the 20th, 21st, and 22nd is our weekend retreat. So a couple weeks later, we'll do our weekend retreat. We're talking about adding a bus tour to the weekend retreat. We're talking about adding all kinds of different stuff.
Why would we do a bus tour? Just see the city?
Yeah, I think just drive around the city. We were thinking Friday.
So have you sing that song, Cheers to the Bus Driver?
Yeah.
No,
yeah, that's right.
Not so much.
We could do, I think a bus tour at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon around I-10 on Friday would be great.
Let's do that.
It would be a tour of sitting in traffic. Right. So we're thinking about doing a bus tour, and we'll take you to a number of folks that are in our mastermind group, their projects they're working on, also probably a couple of ours, just depending on what time looks like. So in any case, that free event be the first.
We should be about
a
little more than halfway done on our $90,000 rehab. In January at that point. In fact, should be 2/3 of the way done, something like that.
Yeah,
and we should be complete with the Chesswood property then as well.
Yeah,
but we won't be able to market it yet.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of projects going on that'll start to pop there around January. We'll have a number of our mastermind folks that'll have a number of properties. They can share their successes, and I think it's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. This thing grows every time we put it on, and so we're really excited about that. So that's kind of what's coming down the pipeline, and I'm guessing sometime in January. It's probably going to be late January, early February. We'll hit house number 300. So we'll talk about that one if we've already bought it by then, what we're going to do to it. We're going to do a special video for the 300th house we've done in less than 4 years. So, to go back to, hey, what kind of mentor do you want to have? What kind of, I don't want to say coach, but, person and consultant in your business, you want somebody that's doing a lot of deals. Tom and I were talking about an event, I won't even call it an event, a meeting I went to last night, and being able to bounce ideas off of somebody who's kind of been there, done that is critical. And it's amazing, even though we weren't talking this, in this meeting I was actually talking about something other than real estate, but it was a business. And it took a few hours, but I finally figured out what the major issues were in this business. And so, but you don't know those things unless you've kind of been there, done that, right? So that's why it's so critical. When y'all come to our weekend retreat, when you come to our free event that we'll have in January, that, you're essentially sitting down and listening to a couple of guys that have done a whole lot of these properties, and we've kind of been there, done that. There's not a whole lot we haven't seen these days.
Correct.
So I'm trying to think the last time we got a surprise. It's been a while.
Yeah, in fact, we were talking about it at the weekend retreat, the last one that we did. Jeff came in from Fast Track and showed a video. I know that he's overseen almost 600 rehabs for other investors, and then we're on like our coming up on our 300th buy, fix, and flip. So almost 1,000 properties between, I guess 900 plus properties between the two, and so it gets to be more and more rare when you go, oh wow, never seen that before. And he actually showed a video during our weekend retreat of the worst termite infested house.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. So in fact, when we get our new website up and going, we're gonna have to post stuff like that so we can share it with folks, things like that. But one of the things that I realize is that I know that not in every single business do you have to be great or I should say, in all aspects of life, I don't know that you have to necessarily do it in order to be able to teach it. Like, I don't know that Lou Holtz was ever a great football player, but he was a darn good football coach. You know, and I know that there's, you know, a lot of tennis coaches that, or even swim, you know, whoever, I don't know who Michael Phelps' swim coach is, but I have a feeling he was never as good of a swimmer as Michael Phelps. So
Right.
I don't believe that you have to be the best of the best of the best necessarily to teach it. And I also don't believe that those who can't do teach. But I feel like that in something like real estate, it would be really, really difficult to teach it if you're not actively doing it day in and day out, because it's something that's constantly changing. And so, like, we know some other people that are teaching here in town that, you know, they're teaching you how to buy and hold single family houses when the guy teaching it hadn't bought a single family house in 20 years.
Yeah.
And the problem is that, you know, what he's teaching, it worked 20 years ago, but it worked back when foreclosures were happening. And, you know, the whole foreclosure market and being able to buy foreclosures. In fact, I had a guy off of Meetup yesterday sent me a message. He says, "Hey, I'm an Asian guy, and I want you to, you know, I want to partner with you. I want to learn how to buy foreclosures and make money doing that." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't, you know,
I don't know how to do that.
I don't know how to do that because
there aren't any.
Yes, we're not doing that.
I think nationwide there's like 50 or 60,000 foreclosures in 50 states,
Yeah,
right?
that's about 1,000 per state.
Yeah,
1 minute.
and most of those are
But most of those are not in
concentrated-
Texas.
Yeah, most of those are in, you know, still in Nevada. It's still some parts of Florida, and it's like there's not many here.
No.
There's just not. So your only strategy is go on MLS and make offers on foreclosures. It's like you're not going to get any deals, dude.
Well, that's the thing that I realize is that when you're doing a lot of deals like what we're doing, is that as the market shifts, you know, if short sales came back, we would know it the moment that it's, I mean, like we did our first short sale ever. Now, do I believe that, you know, we're going to be able to buy 10 houses a month as short sales? No, I don't think that at all. But do I think that we might be able to buy 2 or 3 a year off short sales? Yeah, I mean, I don't want to miss out on those kind of deals. I mean, we bought a really good deal on a short sale that we're gonna do well on this flip. But there's some advantages and disadvantages, and you can certainly buy them wrong. So you're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. Our call-in number is 713-785-1817. You can like us on our Facebook page at Right Path Real Estate. If you do that, then you can ask us questions. You can join in on the conversation there. We're going to a break. We'll see you on the other side.
Mic's off, guys.
The Realty Investment Club of Houston has taught more
What's up,
real
Curtis?
estate investors than any other program in the state. Come check us out at richradio.org.
Are we getting deals?
If
Yeah,
you're
marketing.
considering learning how
It's
to
about half
invest in
direct
real
mail,
estate,
Leah,
then
and,
richradio.org
it's about
is the
half,
quickest way to learn how to make money in the
online
Houston
marketing.
market. We're not just another
And
guru-driven
what we
club.
find is
We're
it
a
takes about
community
either
of Houston's
60
most successful
hours
real estate investors.
of,
Join
like,
our
work time,
community to
or it
learn
takes
what it
about
takes to make money in
$5,000 of
Houston.
marketing
Visit
to get one deal.
richradio.org. That's RICH radio.org.
Are you a realtor or seller that is concerned about the new TRID rules and closing on time? I'm Jennifer Hernandez,
So, man,
Senior
I was
Loan
up
Officer
last
at
night worried
Legacy
about the
Mutual
TRID
Mortgage,
rules.
and we have
Were you?
mastered the
I was-
30-day close. We close on time, accurately, and with tons of communication. You'll have a dedicated
you don't
team
have
of
to
a
if you work
coordinator
with
and a contract
Legacy
close
Mutual Mortgage,
associate.
right?
Give me a
Exactly
call
right.
today
Let
at
them worry about all that.
713-579-3611, and let's talk about how we can help you on your next
She does have
transaction.
an absolute
Equal housing
machine
opportunity
over
lender.
there.
She
NMLS
does.
514497.
Actually, you know, Sarah
Are you
and I
looking
need to
for
buy
an
a house
investor-friendly general
sometime this
contractor
year,
for
and
your
I need to
investment
send all
property?
our stuff
Then call
over.
Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at
So do you really just write Fast Track a check? Yes.
832-742-9992.
Yeah, they just go do
Rehab
it. Yes.
loans, conventional loans, FHA,
Like, you go out and
and
look
income
at it?
documentation
No.
loans can seem scary unless you
You got
have the
other
right
stuff to
mortgage
do.
company to guide you through the process. Since 2003, Noble Mortgage has been helping investors just like you. Whether rehabbing houses, buying your first home, rental, or
Yeah, in
commercial
fact,
property, Noble Mortgage offers up to 100%
roof
financing. Call Noble Mortgage
started
at
either today or tomorrow at
713-680-8100
and then
or
Fast
visit
Track takes over right after
noblemoney.com.
that.
That's noblemoney.com.
NMLS
foundation company
292143,
finished yesterday.
8203
I
Willow
should
Place
say last
Drive,
night.
Houston, Texas 77070.
Did
So
you
we
know
are
that
now
there are
within
over
building
$24
tolerance.
trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S.? Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA specialist. For more information, visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs to tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S. Call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or go to our website, questira.com.
How much time do you spend worrying
All right, fellas,
about
we got
money?
1 minute.
A recent survey by a major investment
Hey, good morning,
firm
Tammy.
found that on average, investors spend an hour and 20
Hey,
minutes
good morning,
each
Natalie.
day worrying about money. That adds up to 475 hours a year. And what exactly are we stressing about? Respondents to the survey said
Natalie
their
joined
top
us.
3 concerns are a catastrophic event using up their retirement funds, living longer, and their retirement funds not keeping up with inflation. If your financial fears are causing you to worry hundreds of hours each year, spend 1 hour in a complimentary consultation with a Lucia Capital Group advisor. If you're concerned about outliving your money or the threat of inflation, turn to the experience and guidance of a Lucia Capital Group retirement strategist. Call 800-644-1150, 800-644-1150, or schedule a consultation by clicking Contact Us at luciacap.com. That's luciacap.com. Securities offered through Lucia
All right, fellas,
Securities
stand
LLC,
by.
member FINRA SIPC, a subsidiary of Lucia Capital Group and affiliate of Lucia Wealth Services.
This is Business
All right, guys, hot mics
1110.
in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817.
So smart.
Good job, good job.
Yeah, so smart.
There we go. All right, so Leah was asking a question on the Book of Faces, and I answered it when we were on the break for the Facebook folks, but I'll answer it on the air now. So it says, how are you guys getting deals then? Because we were talking about that we don't do deals like short sales or buying foreclosures. And there's a reason why we don't like foreclosures. One reason is when we go to the foreclosure auction, and we've taken a property to foreclosure recently, but we were the lender. We didn't actually originate the loan or anything like that, but we bought a note. We bought a non-performing
It's
note.
probably important to note that if any of y'all are private lenders and you're in a deal that is like going south, feel free to give us a call. We can usually help most lenders out who've made bad loans. Well, I shouldn't say they made bad loans. They may be good loans.
They made a good loan.
They're just not.
But they don't want to own the asset.
Yeah.
Just like Chase doesn't really want to own the asset. They want to own the paper. And so oftentimes, so what we did is we bought the paper. We bought the non-performing note, and then we were the ones that completed the foreclosure process, took it to auction, bought it at the auction because we had a credit because we were the note holder. And so no one outbid us. We would have sold it if somebody had outbid us, but then we rehabbed the property and now it's on the market. We also don't really like buying deals off of MLS as an investor. Now, are there some deals every now and then on MLS? Yeah, for buy and hold, absolutely. For flips, I think it's more difficult to buy a flip. Do they exist sometimes? Occasionally, but I think they're more rare. And we feel like that we get our best deals when we're dealing directly with a seller.
Well, I think part of the problem with MLS is that in order for you to make MLS offers, there's a process behind that.
Correct.
You've really got
It's a massive number operation.
Yeah, it's not only a numbers game, but you also have to develop a reputation with those listing agents. And we've talked about that in our mastermind group. It's not something that we just advertise out there to everybody because it takes a lot. I mean, here's the reality. It's going to take you 60 hours of direct marketing work to buy a deal, or $3,000 to $5,000 in marketing. And I've heard people say, "Well, I can do it for $800, or I can buy a house for $1,000 in marketing." I'm like,
because they've done it once.
Because they've done it once, right? And don't get me wrong, have you done it once? Can you do it again? Possibly, but I'd love to see you do it 100 times in a year. So you've got to be able to build a business that's repeatable and scalable, right?
Correct.
So if you're only buying 1 or 2 houses a year, like one of our mastermind participants, he wants to buy 4 houses this year, and he has a very similar background to me when I started in real estate. So I'm having a whole lot of fun with him right now, and we're doing hey, if I knew this, if I knew this then, this is what I would have done.
Right.
And we're building a program out for him at that point. But I'll tell you, it works. I mean, can you buy deals on MLS? Absolutely, but you're going to look at a lot of deals. So let's see. Valley here says, my first deal is coming together, and I want to do a simultaneous close. Do you recommend a title company? And what's the best way to handle transactional funding? Okay, we got a couple of things going on here. So there's a couple of ways a deal can close. It can be a traditional closing where Tom is buying a house from me. We go to the title company. He pays cash or has a loan, whatever, and he buys the house. We can also assign the contract. So in other words, I go out as a real estate wholesaler. I get a property under contract, and then I assign the contract to Tom, who closes on it. And then I get paid a fee, which we negotiated beforehand, and that's how I get paid as a guy who put the deal together. A simultaneous close, and I'm just doing this to make sure we got all our definitions right. A simultaneous close is where...
Like a bam bam.
Yeah, it's like it's a bam bam, quick close. But it's typically where you've got 2 closings, but you're only using funding from the end buyer. So I would close with my seller, and then Tom would close with me on the same day. But I actually wouldn't use my cash. We would use Tom's cash to buy from the original seller. So,
but you can't really do that anymore.
Yeah. I would not. There are title companies that'll do it. I'll tell you, there are title companies that we work with that'll do it, but most of them will not.
Right.
It's just not part of their business.
Too much risk.
It's too much risk. It's a total pain. So my recommendation is either assigning the contract to the end buyer, which if it's a good deal, we'd be happy to buy it.
Yeah, Valley, is there a reason why you're not just assigning it? Is there a reason why you're wanting to do a double close or a simultaneous close? And not just this is where calling in with questions like this is an advantage. 713-785-1817, 713-785-1817, because then we can have that back and forth, because it might take a little while on Facebook to have the questions come through. But yeah, because sometimes they're really the only advantage to doing a double close is that it hides from your end buyer what you paid for the property and then therefore how much money you're making off of it. Mm-hmm. But most really active, successful investors or even retail buyers, they don't care what you bought the property for.
No, they don't care.
I mean, like our first wholesale deal was a $47,000 assignment fee. Mm-hmm. And we actually sold it to another investor that was then selling it to another investor. Now, they did it on a double close because they didn't want the buyer that I guess that was the easiest way to do it. But whatever the reason was, I mean, we didn't care that the person that was buying it from us saw that we were making $47,000 because we knew that they didn't care. They didn't care if we were buying it for $1 and making a whole lot more.
Yeah, I never understood the whole idea that, oh my gosh, you're making a bunch of money. It's like, well, what's the big deal? That's kind of the whole point of business,
but
right?
We do sometimes do a double close, but it's really more when we're like wholetailing, typically. When we're going after more of a retail finance buyer, then it gets more difficult. But if you're going after a cash buyer, maybe that's the reason why. But if you're going after a cash buyer, somebody that's using either hard money or cash, not necessarily like a Fannie Mae type of mortgage thing, so we do that sometimes where we'll do a double close, and that makes it easier for that kind of transaction.
Mm-hmm. So let me see if her question popped back up. Oh, and then she said, what's the best way to handle transactional funding? I mean, call Noble Mortgage up. I would imagine Daryl would do that. I mean, he's been doing this for 20 years now. I imagine they do transactional funding for you. Give him a call and see what he says. But, yeah, transactional funding is no big deal. So what she's talking about here is typically the transactional funding notes we've done are notes that are less than 30 days. So they'll charge you whatever an interest rate or a few points.
Point or two.
Yeah, a point or two. And And essentially just hold that property for 30 days. Typically, you don't even hold it for 30 days because you're going to turn around and sell it
let's
the
say your
next day.
purchase price is $45,000. Might charge you, $450 for the money. Plus, they're going to have some transactional costs as well because, they're going to have, some docs prepared. And so they're going to have some legal fees and doc prep fees and all that kind of stuff. So,
yeah, I'd give them a call and see if that's something that they'll do. But that's transactional funding in a nutshell. The way we've had the notes written in the past is, let's say for some reason it takes longer than 30 days, we'd put together a 30-day note, and then we would just do 30-day extensions in the note. Or it would just convert to a 6-month term if it goes beyond 30 days. So there's a whole bunch of options out there. Transactional funding is really easy to do.
There's a plethora of choices.
Yeah. There's so many products out there right now in the lending environment that it's insane. So, but yeah, that's what I would look into and see if that's something that's available to you. But again, I mean, if it's a deal that's got a lot of meat on it, I mean, you can assign it. You could sell it to somebody like us, and we will be happy to pay whatever that assignment fee is. So that would be my recommendation. Oh, looks like Valley called in. So all right,
great.
Valley, you're on with Jason and Tom at Right Path Real Estate.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
So my situation's a little bit different.
Okay.
I already have a buyer, and they're not an investor. So
are they buying with cash, though? Are they buying with cash?
Yes.
Or they okay?
They're buying with cash.
Do they care what you make on the deal?
They might.
Okay, that's what your concern is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And this is a bit...
ballpark, how much are you making on the deal?
Well, the ballpark, the gross between me and my partner is $100K.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you bought a deal for how much?
A little over $500.
$500,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you contracted a property for $500,000, and then did you do it? But you haven't closed on it, so you haven't done any kind of rehab or anything like that. So just as is.
No.
No.
No, there's no rehab to be done. Actually, this is a straight flip with no rehab.
Okay, so you bought it for $500, and then you're selling it for $600. Oh, fantastic! Yeah, I would double close that. So yeah, call Noble, Daryl over at Noble.
Okay.
And they can do the transactional funding, and then they will fund your $500, and then like the same day or the next day, then the buyer that's buying it from you, and I assume that they have a significant amount of earnest money down and all that kind of stuff, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy.
Okay.
Yeah. Any questions about that?
No, I do like easy answers. Thank you very much.
And then the title company that I recommend, we would probably use Texas American Title for that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they do double closes like that all the time.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, thanks for the call.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
So whether you're trying to find a deal, whether you're trying to fund a deal, whether you're trying to market the deal on the backside, whether you're looking to do buy and hold, we love buy and hold. We don't do a lot of it ourselves, and there's a variety of different reasons. The primary reason is the long-term financing. But, if we are looking to partner with some people on some buy and hold, we're also looking to arrange some private money on a long-term basis, like a 3 to 5 year stretch.
1 minute.
Where private money lenders are going to be lending at 7%, something like that. And so, I think in this marketplace, 7% safe and secure is a great rate of return. So, so for anybody that's listening, if they know anybody that's not happy getting, whatever they're getting in the you could just say, hey, you know what? There are ways to make money safe and secure. So this is not a solicitation in any shape, form, or fashion or anything like that.
I tell them to go right over to Quest.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, put all that stuff in your IRA. I mean, tax-free, tax-deferred investing.
Absolutely.
is it's incredible.
It's sick.
And if you guys listen to the show we did with Nate a couple weeks ago, I mean, they may be getting rid of those Roth conversions, so highly recommend you go over to Quest. So, all right, well, this is Jason Bible and Tom Perry of Right Path Real Estate, and we will be back right after the break.
Mic's off, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, they're never off.
Yeah, they're never really off.
Investor loans offering up to 100% financing are still available. You just have to know where to look. Look no further than Noble Mortgage. Noble Mortgage is a full-service mortgage company that's been helping investors since 2003. Noble Mortgage offers up to 100% financing to investors that covers purchase, repairs, and closing costs. In addition to private money, Noble Mortgage offers conventional loans, FHA, and even no-income documentation loans for both residential and commercial properties. Call and ask about our 5-point guarantee, which includes free pre-qualifications within 2 business days.
So funny when
Call
you
713-680-8100 or visit noblemoney.com. That's noblemoney.com. Our team has over 50 years experience in the mortgage industry. Call us today, 713-680-8100, or visit us on the web, noblemoney.com, noblemoney.com.
NMLS 292143, 8203 Willow Place Drive, Houston, Texas, 77070.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip rehab or a rental rehab. We manage every aspect of a rehab from start to finish with a highly efficient, standardized process.
Just kidding.
Over the last 5 years, Fast Track has completed over 500 projects, which has helped us create our 3 keys to success.
That's
Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done. Train and maintain quality
possible.
crews
Barack
so it gets
Obama
done
wrote 2
right.
autobiographies.
And complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992. Or on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Join a group of hardworking investors willing to share their knowledge and experience with others. We're not just another guru-driven club. We're a community of Houston's most successful real estate investors. Discover more at richradio.org. The Realty Investment Club of Houston, the Rich Club, has taught more real estate investors than any other program in the state. Join the Rich Club and become part of the most informed community in Houston. Quickly discover your investment options. Receive the information you need to get started. Learn what it takes to avoid the pitfalls of real estate investment. You have questions? We have answers. If you're considering investments in Houston's real estate, then richradio.org is the quickest way to join the community and learn how to make money in today's market. Learn more about the education and community at RICHradio.org.
Man, we got these guys, our
Join our community to learn what it takes to make money in Houston. Visit richradio.org.
They were good,
That's
huh?
RICHradio.org.
Spokesperson is not a client.
1 minute, guys.
Divorce.
Just wonder why
a
people
divorce
don't
that perhaps
ask.
you didn't even want.
Like, hey, Jason,
this
what do you
is
think
Barry
we ought to do
Sanders.
about this?
I've
And
been
I don't
there.
offer.
I know firsthand the stress
because I don't want to
and
be
pain of
like
divorce.
that guy.
A lot of people think that because
just
I was a
when-
Do they know what you do?
and enjoyed a lot of
Does
success.
your
on
landlord
the
landlord
field,
does, yeah.
Somehow,
And she's
I
and
am
it's so
immune
funny
to
because
such
she actually
things.
hinted
The
at
fact
one point.
is,
Oh, well,
I went through a divorce
Jason
a few
knows some
years ago,
handyman. I'm like,
and like you, I worried
that's
about my
not-
children, my
yeah.
assets, and my family.
I'll help you with the
When I got
advice,
a divorce,
but
I didn't
not
know of Cordell
like
and Cordell,
bringing crews
but
in
now I
and
do.
all that
Right.
stuff.
I took the time to meet and talk
was
with
funny,
Cordell
like one of
and
the Boy
Cordell
Scout
clients
guys
and
were hanging out,
attorneys, and I can tell
Saturday
you
morning.
that Cordell and Cordell
And he
has
says, "Hey, what do you do?"
represented
So we
thousands
do
of men
flip houses
just
and all
like
this
you
other
and
stuff.
me.
And he
If
goes,
you're a man
"Oh,
fixing
so
a
you like a
divorce,
handyman?"
consider
I looked at
Cordell
him
and
like, "Do I
Cordell
look
a
like
partner a man can
look
count
at these
on.
hands,
Contact
man.
Cordell and
These are
Cordell
soft
to
hands
schedule an
here."
appointment with one of our
And he was
firm's
like, "Oh, so
Texas
what are you doing?"
attorneys
And I
online
told
at
him, he's like, "Oh, okay, that's really
CordellCordell.com.
cool."
That's CordellCordell.com. Offices in Houston,
it's just
the
like that,
Woodlands,
only
St. Louis,
not.
and by appointment only in Sugar
then he
Land
said,
and
All right,
Lazy
stand by,
City.
fellas.
Joseph Cordell,
Stand by.
Texas
principal
American
partner.
Title Branch, are you referring
Hot
to?
mics. Hot mics in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. It's Jason Bible, Tom Perry, Right Path Real Estate. 713-785-1817. This might be a record, the number of times we've actually given out the phone number. I forget.
713-785-1817.
Yeah, so
Mike Gagne asked a question.
Oh, yeah?
He says, what Texas American Title branch are you referring to for a double close? I called the Heights and Atascocita branches, and they're definitely not investor friendly. I will tell you this, not all title companies are investor friendly, and branches do matter. And so the one that I'm referring to is the Ashley Patton office of Texas American Title. They're over at Westheimer. They're on the northwest corner of Westheimer and Loop 610. I don't know their actual address, but it's at 1-800-Lawyers building. They're up on the top floor.
Yeah, I'd go there, and I would recommend. I'm trying to get their conference room renamed to the Bible conference room.
Right.
But you need to go to the conference room that's in the back corner.
That looks over the Dillards?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks over 610 South and all the way down Westheimer.
Yeah,
and
it's cool.
It is cool. Whenever I meet over there, I'm like, this is where we're meeting. So really neat conference room over there, and they're a good title company. So that's the that's the folks that
just to say, they are very investor friendly, and where some title companies are doing 8 to 10 to 15, sometimes 30 or 40. I mean, if you get to a title company that's doing 50, 60, 70 closes a month, that's quite a bit. But I mean, we happen to know the numbers. I mean, they've been hitting 300 plus closes a month, so they're very high volume. They've got the process down. They deal with a lot of investors. I mean, they do it upright.
Yeah, I'll tell you the most of the largest investors in town use them.
Yeah.
So they're good and easy to work with. So that's where we take our files for Houston house buyers. So let me see if we've got any other questions here.
And by the way, where are you going to be tonight?
Where am I going to be?
Yeah, are you going to be anywhere tonight? It's Wednesday night.
It's Wednesday night. Yeah, it's the third
Wednesday.
Third Wednesday of the month.
It is.
So
You're going to be at the Redneck Country Club tonight?
I will be at the Redneck Country Club. Hey, I'm a founding member of the Redneck Country Club. Oh, I forgot.
But that's not why you're going to be there tonight.
Right. Yeah, we got a real estate event tonight.
Yeah,
so
a little event. Yeah, a little
Probably,
event. Might be 900 people.
I don't know, 900 or so.
It's the last one of the year.
Yeah,
because they do 11 events out of the year. It's the third Wednesday of every month. It's at the Redneck Country Club. You probably need to RSVP in order to go because it's going to be sold out. So you can probably contact Renters Warehouse or Jet Lending in order to.
It'll be a fun event.
It'll be a big event.
Yeah, 900 folks there.
I wonder if you were to survey all the people that are there and how many deals are done by the people in that room.
Oh, it was so funny. Richard and I were joking on Facebook. I mean, shoot, I bet it's...
Just for this, just for 2016,
I bet it's 5,000 or 6,000 houses.
Because I know, I won't share anybody's numbers, but, one guy shared that he had done 75, he's on pace to do 75 deals this year. We're on pace to do 120. I mean, so that's 200. Alex Sedillo will be there tonight.
Well, Alex Del Torre will be there.
Yeah, I mean,
Mark will be there. Will will be there. Well, I don't know if Will will make it. It's kind of far for him. But who else is going to? I mean, then he got all the vendor sponsors, right?
Yeah.
So
there'll be tons of. I mean, there's going to be. I mean, what do you think? A couple of thousand?
I think it's 5,000 or 6,000.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a huge. Yeah. So that'll be a heck of a lot of fun. That'll be this evening does that start at 7? It starts at 7 o'clock.
Something like that.
Yeah. And there's a ton of vendors there. So
2 months ago I was meeting a friend there just to meet beforehand, not necessarily networking for the event or anything like that, but we showed up at like 4 and got in and drank a beer a little bit early.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there'll be a little bit. There'll be food. There'll be beverages, adult beverages,
and it should be Thanksgiving themed, right?
It should.
I don't know if they'll do that.
So bring your turkey costume.
Yeah, bring. Yeah, you got to
dress up as a turkey.
Yeah,
no,
turkey or a pilgrim.
Don't do that. don't do that.
You'll be the talk of the town,
right?
And there is extra parking. I will tell you that. There's a whole lot of. It'll be a packed house, but if you don't learn something there. Even for you seasoned investors, you're not listening.
That's correct.
There's no reason why you can't learn something at this event here this evening.
There'll be a great opportunity to network. They say if you want to grow your net worth, grow your network. There'll be great vendors there. There'll be lots of education going on inside. So it's an inside-outside kind of event. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of networking that takes place outside. There'll be people speaking from the stage where there's going to be training. You get a chance to ask questions, that kind of stuff. So anyhow. So Jessica asked a question on Facebook. Hey there, what's the name of the title company again? We're talking about Texas American Title, but not just any branch. More specifically, it's the branch that's the Ashley Patton office of Texas American Title, and that's the one that's at Loop 610 and Westheimer on the northwest corner of Loop 610 and Westheimer. Right there across the street from the Galleria.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Right next to the Container Store.
Yeah, it's 2500 West Loop. Their phone number is 713-621-5808.
They're not even a vendor sponsor, and we just like them that much.
Yeah, so those are our peeps over there.
That's right.
Those are our peeps. So, let's see what other questions we have coming in.
So I had a guy yesterday that he sent me a message over Meetup, and he said, "Hey, I really want to get started, investing. How do I get started?" What would you say to the brand new guy? Get started.
I'd say make sure his Diet Coke doesn't go down the wrong pipe.
Yeah.
For the new guy, I mean, you got to get educated, right? I think going to our free event is certainly of value in January. I think obviously listen to our radio show.
But I don't want to get educated first. I just want to get started.
Well, I mean, if you want to go out and get started, have at it, buddy. But highly recommend for frustration-free investing. Probably a good idea to start getting educated. Go to that free event. Go to our weekend retreat. Sign up for all the real estate networking events. I think it's a really great idea to go see what the industry looks like.
But those are only like once a month, right? There's only like one networking event a month, right?
That's it. No, I think you're lucky if there's one networking event a day.
Yeah, right.
I think that one day we went to like 3 of them.
Well, I went to 2. You went to 1. There were 3 on the exact same day.
And I don't think that was all.
I agree.
That day. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So, what would you recommend for the new dude, or would you tell him to do as a new guy getting started?
Yeah, I would say first there's a lot of great real estate investing groups in town, and there's a lot of really great real estate education groups, and I'd start visiting those and start going to the networking groups and just kind of find out, who do you click with? Because one thing is like you gotta. If you're going to start learning from someone, you're going to first off have to spend a lot of time with them. And so if you're spending time with someone that just like is grating on your, personality, I'll just say not like getting on your last nerve, but grating on your personality, then it's probably not your tribe. You know what I mean? It's like you got to find your tribe. I won't say it's like, I was never in a fraternity in college because when I went off to A&M, fraternities were kind of they were not recognized as on campus groups basically as. And in fact, I lived in a dorm that they were I was not actively fighting fraternities being, on campus, but there were a lot of guys in my dorm that were. But anyhow, they ended up, they're recognized as on-campus student groups now. But, if you... I do remember going to some different fraternity parties during, rush. I wasn't really actually rushing, but I wanted to go to some of the fraternity parties anyway. And it was amazing how much of a difference the personality was from fraternity to fraternity. The SAEs were completely different than the KAs and et cetera, et cetera. And there were some that you would just click with, and others you're like, these guys are just total tools. You know what I mean? And what I'll say is, in life, there's a lot of that's going on, Every single group has got its own personality, and you got to find the one that you just really click with. And if you can do that, and so that's about getting out there and networking. And so if you can do that, then then you also have to look at, are they actually out there doing active deals?
So the root word, and we talk about this in our weekend retreat.
Networking, the root word. Networking.
We talk
about
ing,
right?
It's ing.
It's ing.
It's working. You're there to work. It's not eat free food and have a couple of adult beverages. You're there to meet people that can help you in your business. And we talk about this in our weekend retreat, how to network correctly. There's a way to network. If you guys haven't noticed yet, if you listen to this radio show long enough, we have a process around everything. We got to process how we talk to sellers, whether it's an agent or a homeowner. We have a process around how to network. We have a process how we do our direct mail. Everything
I think
has
it's interesting. Sometimes like we'll go to the event tonight.
2 minutes.
And I see sometimes that there are people that work together, for example, in business. And they'll be hanging out in a little cluster the entire night. But like you and I will be at the same event, and we really won't see each other.
I won't see you the whole time.
Well, I mean,
I'll pass by each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Well, even Heather. If you guys want to meet Heather, we're dragging her out to the event. And I won't see Heather, but a couple of times I'll say, hey, go talk to this guy, put him on the buyer's list.
Yeah, you'll normally see us walk. Like I'll walk by Heather, give her a high five as I walk by or something like that. And I'll check in, spend maybe 15 or 20 seconds. But I'm not there to meet Heather. Yeah. I know what Heather knows.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not there to meet Jason. I'm there to help other people. I'm there to meet other people that I haven't met before. I'm there to say hello to the people that I have met before. It's like I'm there to help other people and find out what we can do to help them or what they can do to help us. That's what networking is all about. So anyhow, we're going into a break. We're going to go probably a minute early.
Caller.
Oh, got a caller. How about we catch the caller on the other side of the break? So we'll go ahead and go to the break now.
Okay.
713-785-1817. Right Path Real Estate Radio. Oh,
Mike's
man,
off.
I need to stretch my back. Oh, wow.
Are you expecting to close
so,
accurately
Nikki, while we're,
on time and
since
with
our
lots
mics
of
are off,
communication on your home
who's the
purchase?
caller and where are they
You've come
from?
to the right place.
Oh, I texted you. It's Raymond
Oh, you
from
did?
Houston.
Senior
Yeah,
loan
I'm not
officer
actually
with
following that. If you could still
Legacy
tell us in our
Mutual
ear, that'd be
Mortgage. Our
swell.
goal is to give our
Yeah, that's fine.
borrowers
That's
and
fine. It's
referral
Raymond from
partners an
Houston.
amazing
swell.
experience during the loan process. My team believes in putting people and culture
there I
before
see it.
results. Our company concentrates on building
Now, are
those
you on
teams who
Facebook with
operate
us,
with structure,
Nikki?
process, and recognition.
No, usually
for
I
going
am, but
the
not right
extra
now.
mile
Okay.
for you.
Oh, did you want me to do
This
that?
way we
You know,
have
that'd
the
probably be
energy
easier
to
because
make
it
this
gets
your
to be a
best
lot
home
to watch
purchase
the phone
ever.
for
Give us a
text
call
and
today to
Facebook
find out the
for
simple steps to
questions.
get started.
And
Okay, that's
Jennifer
Jack. That's cool.
Hernandez, the Hernandez
We're getting pretty good at
team
multitasking, but
Legacy
it's
Mutual
like a
Mortgage.
lot to watch.
Actually, it's harder when it's just you in the studio.
I know,
right?
right?
And you're like trying to read,
right?
Because when you share a Facebook video,
Again,
like you'll have comments on yours, plus the video that originates from our page. So there's like 3 sets of comments.
NMLS 514497.
There's got to be a way to manage all.
Well, like I shared on my page.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at
I'm viewing right now on RightPath, even though I shared on my own feed.
Or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at
832-742-9992. From Conroe to Galveston, Orange to Flatonia, and all
went
points
to REI Happy Hour last night. Sucking networking, the deals were discussed and buyers out of my list. Well, then how's that sucking, Ginger? I mean, that's awesome. Yeah, you did it. And you know what? I tell you what, just like our radio show, I mean, you can probably say it sucks today, but it's better today than it was in February when we started. And so the more you do something, the better you get. Almost everything that you try for the very first time, you're going to suck at. And then, unless you just are, one of those, naturally gifted freaks. But think back to like when you started walking. You're probably a lot better at that today than when you first started.
Texas General Insurance Agency appreciates the opportunity to learn how they can work for you.
Oh man!
Call one of their experienced
agents legal now, right?
Today.
They are.
713.
Wow.
622.
That means the prices are probably coming down.
They should.
Yeah, right.
622.
And I was harassed on Facebook about it too.
Or go to TexasGeneralinsurance.com.
No.
Real estate investors. If
we were
you're
talking
not
about this
familiar
last
with
night.
Quest IRA,
one of the guys was hanging out with these buddy of mine's got a bunch of dental practices.
Free weekly educational classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deal. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855 Fun IRAs or visit our website at questira.com.
We live in an unpredictable world. On any given day.
All right, we got 1 minute. And hey, look, can you guys turn the volume, like when you're on commercials, can you turn the volume down on the commercials on your side?
Yeah.
Because I was listening and they're really loud on your side.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can do it, but it turns you down too.
I was just because your viewers so they can actually hear what you're saying.
Oh, got it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. You need to have a supply of non-perishable survival food good for 25 years on hand in case of emergency. And now you can. Because right now, 72-hour survival food kits are being given away free to listeners, but only while supplies last. This 72-hour survival kit has 16 servings of delicious food rated for 25 years of storage. It sells to the general public for $27 plus shipping, but it's yours free if you act now. Just cover the $9.95 shipping. To get your free supply, go to freefood4.com.
All right, fellas, stand by and don't forget about Raymond on hold from Houston.
freefood4.com.
All right, guys, hot mics in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, Right Path Real Estate Radio. We've got a caller, Raymond. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
How can we help you?
Well, I didn't really have a question. I just heard you fellas talking about the event tonight, and I wanted to stress a little point here because they're also collecting toys for tots.
Oh,
so I wanted to encourage your listeners to come on out and bring one or more toys. 4 or 5 would be better than one.
Well, only thing better than 4 or 5 is 6 or 7.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Great idea. Thanks for that, Raymond. Appreciate it. So, yeah, if you're going to come tonight, bring a toy. Preferably a new toy.
New toy?
Yeah, preferably.
Probably unwrapped.
Yeah, preferably not a toy from your own childhood.
Yeah. Just don't go up into your kids' room. They got plenty of toys.
Don't bring that Atari 8700.
Yeah. So,
actually, you might want to. There might be somebody fighting over that one.
Well, it's not a white elephant gift, right? So you can't take them back. But okay, good deal. Yeah, guys, bring a toy tonight to the event. So we'll see everybody there at 7:00.
Yeah,
7:00 at the Redneck Country Club, and go out there and network, right? Because the root word of networking is work, and that's what you need to do. Bring some business cards, shake some hands, kiss some babies. There'll be no babies there at the Redneck Country Club, but
hopefully not.
Yeah, so shake some hands, hand out some business cards.
It wouldn't shock me. I'm at the age now where very few things shock me anymore. Yeah. So it would not shock me if some new mom, real estate investor or investor soon to be, won't say I want to be, but soon to be.
Yeah.
And, has to bring the baby along. Although it's going to be loud.
It is loud.
It is loud. Because you get 900 people together.
Yeah.
Plus or minus.
Well, I'll tell you, too, this is about that time of year when the Redneck Country Club starts doing stuff for kids for the members. So we'll start having all these kid events here around Thanksgiving and Christmas. But in any case, so come on by the event tonight. You can come by and stop in and see Tom or I or Heather. You'll see Heather running around selling deals and chatting with investors. I think she actually sold 2 houses last month at the event.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So there's definitely deals that are getting done there. So if you're looking for deals, you're looking for private lenders. I know
if you're a wholesaler and you want to build your buyers list, that's a great way to do it. Or if you're a buyer and you're looking for deals, that's a great way to do it. There's going to be tons of wholesalers there. There's going to be buy, fix, and flippers there.
There's owner finance folks. Yeah, exactly. A bunch of note guys will be. I mean, it's kind of turned into the event that everybody shows up to once a month to kind of get a check on. Let me put it this way: there are people at that event that don't go to any other event.
That's correct.
Throughout the month. Yeah. So you really get an idea of what's going on in the market and what everybody's up to and that sort of thing. So it's a really fun event. Let me check Facebook one more time, see if there's any.
Yeah, Valley and Ginger are actually sharing back and forth. Learn how to introduce themselves and ask that person what they do and go from there. So, yeah, I mean, that's typically when I'm networking, that's exactly what I do. So just people, if you want to have an instruction on how to network, just walk up to somebody and say, hey, what's your name? And they say, oh, my name is Jim. Hey, Jim, nice to meet you. What do you do? Oh, I'm a real estate investor. Okay, can you be a little more specific?
Yeah.
Are you a buy and hold guy? Are you a buy and fix and flip guy? Are you a wholesale guy? I mean, that there is going to give you a lot of information. And it's like, okay, how long have you been doing it?
2 minutes.
I've been doing it since 2010. Okay, how many deals have you done this year? I've done 3. Okay, I mean that kind of tells you: are you full time, part time? Is this? Are you wanting to transition into full time? All that kind of stuff. And it's just like it's not like you're trying to put them on the spot or anything like that. But it's a little bit like an interview. And you're just like, hey, how'd you get started? How long you been doing it? Where are you trying to get to? How far away do you think you are from getting there? And it's just like really be interested in that other person. It's amazing how you're going to tell really quickly if that's someone that you can help them reach their goals. What if their goal is, they're trying to save up enough money to go to Hawaii in like 6 months. And you go, well, what is it going to take to get there? It's like, hey, I can get on your team and help support that, So,
yeah, that's and you really want to look for folks that are doing business. Hey, how many deals you closed last month? Oh, I'm a new investor. That's fine. Well, I've been doing this 6 years. Great. How many deals you closed last month? None. How many deals you closed this year? 0. It's like, well, they're not really all that active in this business. So
1 minute.
There may be some value there, but probably not a whole lot.
So Jorge asked a question. Okay. Is it free admission to the RCC tonight, meaning the Redneck Country Club? And the answer is yes and no. It's free to get in, but you got to bring a toy.
Yeah.
You got to bring a toy. So stop by Toys R Us or Walmart, Wally World, someplace like that.
Walmart's right next door.
Right, yeah, you can stop by Walmart right next door on the way over. It's going to be funny. 500 people walking into the toy section right before the event. All the toys are sold out at Walmart. Yeah. That's crazy. I could just see some investor walking in saying, all these toys, just bring them next door. That would be awesome. So anyhow, hey, you've been listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. I will be live in the studio tomorrow. Tune in, listen, 9 a.m., same place, same channel. Thanks for listening, guys.
Mic's off, guys.
Thanks, Nikki.